Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM. And in this one, we're going to cover how to have automatic lead scoring in your workbook system. So you get a new sales lead. How can we easily apply a simple score, a simple little algorithm to score that lead based on your criteria, the criteria that you set? So lead scoring is going to be assigning values to individuals, people records, based on certain characteristics on their record to really gauge their sales readiness and how important they are to you and your organization. The benefit being is that you can then focus your efforts on the good leads and not the bad. It really does help you prioritize your time. And because the score is actually embedded in the workbook system, it can then help you with future marketing and reporting. And it could identify the gaps as well. Looking at these lead scores, the patterns of the lead scores, helps reveal any weaknesses in your sales conversion process. For example, you're getting lots of maybe cold leads, if I could call that, cold leads visiting your website, but only a few become hot prospects and customers. That could signify issues with the lead nurturing process. So, hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, joined by my colleague Stuart Lawrence and Hind, and our company, Wizard Systems. We're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like workbooks. And we help out organizations, generally small, mid-sized organizations, use simple and affordable solutions to improve their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity. So thanks for joining us today. Our Workbooks Wednesday training session, regular series of short little events focusing on different topics in and around workbooks. And this one, of course, we're going to be covering lead scoring. Now, the audio part of this call is one way only. Those of you who are on here live, if you've got a question, please pop those into the question box on your meeting control panel, and we'll do our best to answer that at the end. So let me just pass over to my colleague Stuart, and he will take us through lead scoring.
Thank you, Tim. So we know that a lead can be added to workbooks in several ways. Imported, generated from a web to lead form on a website, or added manually. And then when we look at a lead record, it would be handy to have a quick guide, a quick way to show how good the information is that was being collected so far. Well, there is. It's a lead score. And on this record, which is Zoe Ward, we can see that she has a score of 5. So what created 5? What was it that made Zoe have 5? And how can we make it better? So we'll do it in 2 parts. The first thing is we'll go through Zoe's record and we'll see if we can make this lead slightly higher, slightly more important. So I can add extra information to this record. So I know from looking at an email from Zoe that she is a marketing assistant. So I'll save that. And straight away, the score's gone up. Okay. I also have her telephone number. So we'll add that. Score's gone up again. And also it's fairly easy to work out who she worked for. So we'll add that as well. And one final part, as she came from a trade show, and I've got quite a bit of information now, I'm going to say that actually this rating is warm. So I'll save that. And now how does this lead look? 15. That's slightly better. Now that's a lead we can work with. We've gathered the information. But what was it that created that score of 15? So it's that lead score field. And that field is looking at changes in other fields that we've told it to watch. It then adds up those fields using some values we've given it, and it then returns that value as a number. The higher the number, the better the info. And also you can see the change in the color as well. In this test system, it was looking at the following fields. Though they also were the ones I added. It was looking at the email field, the organization field, the telephone, the job title, and the rating. And each of those fields were assigned a value. And in my case, email, we gave a score of 5, organization, a score of 3, telephone 2, job title 2, and the rating. And the rating had its own bit of maths. And we had, so it's 1 if it was a cold lead, 3 if it was a warm lead, and 6 if it was a hot lead. So let's have a look at what's driving this. And it's actually a report. So this report is called lead score. Makes it nice and easy that the report is the same name as the field we're using. And it's also using a view. And in this case, it's called a summary view. And it looks at the fields and then adds them up and then returns that in that field we're on. You can see there's some really simple maths. Add up the email score to the organization score to the phone score, the rating score, and the title score to give us a value. But how did it do that? Well, if we go back to the details tab, we can see now the mathematics. So email score. If there's an email, give it a score of 5. Else, give it a score of 0. If we scroll down a bit, organization 3, and so on, telephone 2. And you can assign these values when you make these fields, whatever you want. We saw there that Zoe had a score of 15. If we would just go in here and say, actually, no, once we get an email is, that's a biggie for our marketing campaign. If we get an email, set it as 8, come back here and save Zoe. We're now got a score of 18. That's a hot lead, but I think we can work with that. So I'll actually set that to hot now and save that. Does that change it again? Yeah, 21. Now that is a really good lead that we can work with. So it really is that easy. Create the field, create a simple report with some simple mathematics, and then get the report to add up those fields. And you control, we've only picked 5 here, but you could pick more and more of those lead fields to give you an incredibly detailed return on the amount of information that the lead gives you once it's been generated. Once you have that, you have a lead score. The better the lead score, the better the lead, and the more you can work with. And that's lead scoring.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. As we can see, a really visual way of displaying that score with a number and a color, make it easy visible to you and the team. Easy to set up as well, and you decide the criteria of that scoring calculation. And if you've got any questions or help implementing lead scoring in your organization on your workbook system, then please give us a call at Wizard Systems. Well, just a little brief mention about Wizard. For those of you that don't know, we're a workbook CRM specialist. We've been working with workbooks a long time, and our other CRM solutions, we're not just a one product company, we do other CRM solutions as well. And we provide, around workbooks, we provide the total service to help you get the most out of workbooks, implementation, training, and the ongoing support as well. So if you've got any questions around this, those of you that are on here live, pop that into the question box. Got a question from Craig. Can you have more colors than the red, yellow, green? Because that's a traffic light, typical traffic light scale of colors.
Yes, you can. Yeah, the feature is actually a style option. So on that calculated field I showed earlier, where it added up email score and organization score, if you go into that field and click on the style tab, you can set the colors. So you could have corporate colors or different colors, and it uses a really simple system, which is a threshold system. And I had mine that If the lead score was less than 5, it's red. 5 to 11 was gold, and 12 or more was green. So you just set your own on that particular field.
Okay. Joe is asking, on an import, will the lead score be applied straight away? Which is a pretty typical thing you do with workbooks. Import, you go to a show, you get a bunch of leads in Excel CSV format, and you import them into workbooks. Yes. So on an import.
Yes, as that score is generated by a report that's looking for changes in the field, the moment the lead is generated and those fields you're calculating on have data added to them, that the lead score is generated the moment the lead is created.
Okay, don't think there's any more questions there, Stuart. Thanks very much indeed, those two. Right, just bring update as of January. Oh, there's another question. Hang on a second. Rebecca, can you create lead scores for opportunities rather than contacts? That's Rebecca.
Yes, it's exactly the same principle. You pick a field on your record type, so in this case it will be organization, build lead score, ops score, and use the same criteria. You build a report that's looking at the fields within the opportunity and then return the value into that field. We've used lead score because it's a nice, simple, traffic lights, new lead, how good is it? But yes, yeah, you could put a score on any record within workbooks.
Okay, thanks, Rebecca. Right, we'll just wrap up then. Bring up to as of January 2024. So you should be experiencing 7.2 now. So the modern theme was switched off or being switched off. Changes to opportunity records and Kanban view for opportunities. We did a demo on that recently. Additions to springboards, including the ability to add any view to your springboard, snapshot reporting and fast import, and a load more. We will be featuring 7.2 features in up and coming Workbooks Wednesday sessions. So do you need any training on workbooks? Let us know. Stuart, myself, or anyone at the Wizard Systems team. Be happy to help you out with any training online, on-premise, or at our place. So thanks very much for watching, those of you still on here live. We'll catch up with you hopefully next Wednesday on another Workbooks topic. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.